Have you ever just stopped and wondered if reality isn't quite what it seems?
Mhm.
Like, what if the solid ground beneath our feet, the air we breathe, even time itself, what if it's all just, I don't know, a magnificent dance of cosmic
It's
frequencies?
a really profound thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you question the very basics of, well, everything we assume.
Absolutely. And that's exactly where we're headed today. We're diving deep into something called the Evivum paradox theory based on the sources you've shared.
Right.
And our mission really isn't just to get bogged down in complex physics, though there's some of that. It's more about unveiling a kind of cosmic revelation,
Uh-huh.
showing how these quantum ideas might actually weave together with, say, ancient spiritual insights and even just your everyday experience.
It's a radical way of looking at things,
Yeah.
suggesting everything is fundamentally vibration, layers upon layers, and time. Time's this grand spiral.
Exactly. So the big question we're wrestling with is, how does this theory totally reshape our understanding of existence? From the tiniest particle right up to big concepts like heaven and hell.
And maybe crucially, what does it all mean for you? For your experience of being here?
Okay, let's get into it. The core seems to be this bold reinterpretation of Einstein's famous mc².
Hmm?
We all know that energy equals mass times the speed of light squared.
Right, the classic.
But the Even paradox flips it, doesn't it? It frames it as frequency equals mass times the speed of light squared. Frequency becomes the star. Why? What's the thinking there?
What was really fascinating is how it tries to show this deep unity. It's
Yeah.
saying mass energy and vibrational frequency aren't separate things. They're intrinsically linked.
Okay.
The theory basically proposes that what we see as solid mass, as stuff, isn't static at all. It's actually a condensed form of light energy vibrating at a very specific frequency.
So it's like a bridge between physics and something more. Metaphysical, frequency is the signature of matter.
Precisely. Everything solid, everything with mass, is fundamentally just a specific vibration, a unique note in the universe.
So mass isn't just about how much stuff is packed in there. It's more a measure of vibrational intensity, like how loud that quantum note is playing.
That's a great way to put it. The intensity of the vibration.
Which means, think about this, your own physical body, could be sensed as a unique frequency, a specific note in this huge cosmic symphony.
Mm-hmm.
Does that imply that solid is just a really dense, maybe slow vibration? Could we theoretically change something just by changing its frequency? Unravel it, maybe?
That's exactly the implication.
Yeah.
Solidity is an illusion based on the speed or maybe the slowness of vibration. And in this view, c², the speed of light squared, isn't just a constant in an equation.
It's more fundamental.
It acts as the proportionality constant. It positions light itself as the ultimate universal frequency standard, the benchmark for all existence. So frequency isn't just a result, it's the foundational signature of matter itself. It's the inherent song of everything. And light sort of sets the tempo for the whole cosmos.
Matter having its own song with light as the tuning fork. That's pretty profound. And this theory, the Even paradox, it uses this really striking observation about our own experience to push this idea further. Right?
It does. It brings it right down to earth, so to speak.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting for me. We feel like we're sitting still right now, perfectly still.
Yep, feels that way.
But the Earth, and us along with it, is actually hurtling through space, through the galaxy, the cosmos, at something like 2 million kilometers per hour.
An almost incomprehensible speed.
And yet,
Yeah.
we feel nothing, zero motion. That discrepancy, that feeling versus the fact,
Yeah.
it forces you to confront a really deep paradox in just, existing.
And the Even paradox says this isn't a contradiction to be explained away. It's actually a revelation.
A revelation of what?
Of what the theory calls fragmented time and layered reality. That observation, the stillness versus the motion, is seen as empirical support for the idea that we humans are, quote, layered fragments vibrating at different frequencies.
Layer fragments.
Yeah, experiencing time and space not in a single straight line, but in these multi-dimensional spirals. Our feeling of stillness is real on one layer, while the motion is real on another.
Okay, hold on. So if we're moving that fast but feel still, how does that work? Is it just our senses can't pick it up? Or is it something about our vibrational state blocking it? And what does that mean for us, for our place in it all?
It points to something deeper than just sensory limits.
Uh-huh.
It suggests our conscious experience is tuned to a specific vibrational layer where stillness is the norm relative to our immediate surroundings.
Like being on a very, very smooth train, you only notice the speed if you look outside.
Sort of, but even more fundamental. This duality, this stillness and motion existing together, it highlights this core idea of being and becoming. They're two sides of the same cosmic coin.
And the sources use that metaphor, right? The Earth as a cosmic dancer.
Exactly. Not just a rock spinning, but this graceful dancer moving through the spiral of time, carrying us along.
So this duality, the stillness and motion, is key to understanding this layered reality idea.
It's foundational. It allows for it. Fragmented time and layered reality means our linear perception, past, present, future in a row, is just one slice, one perspective.
Like seeing only one frame of a movie at a time.
Kind of. Or imagine a stack of transparencies, each showing a slightly different aspect of reality, all existing at once. We're usually focused on just one sheet.
But the others are still there.
They're still there. This, the theory argues, shows the universe itself is like a spiral made of time fractals, all vibrating at different frequencies, past, present, future. They're not neatly separated, they overlap, they interweave.
That's mind-bending. And this layering applies to really profound concepts too, like heaven and hell.
Yes. According to the theory, heaven and hell aren't places you go to in a spaceship or, after you die in the traditional sense.
So what are they?
They're described as different frequency layers or dimensions of existence. They actually cohabit reality simultaneously, just a different, let's call them vibrational densities.
So it's not about location, it's about resonance, a state you tune into.
That's the core idea. You tune into them, or perhaps you already exist within multiple layers, and your conscious focus determines which one feels most real.
Does it suggest we flicker between these states all the time, maybe subtly? Or are these big fundamental shifts?
The theory implies both might be possible. Momentary shifts in feeling or perspective, and perhaps more lasting alignments based on our overall vibrational state.
And this layering isn't just for grand concepts, it's woven into everyday things too, like day and night.
Right. More than just the planet spinning. They're seen as symbolic of cosmic spirals of time and energy flow, like the universe breathing in and out.
Well, rhythm.
The rhythmic pulse of the multiverse, constantly moving between light and shadow, expansion and contraction. It reflects that fundamental duality again.
Okay, and then there are clouds. We just see them as weather, but the theory gives them a much bigger role.
A much bigger symbolic role. They're conceptualized as the veil plane, representing the firmament.
The firmament, like the ancient idea of a dome over the earth.
Sort of, but reinterpreted. Here, it's a symbolic and theoretical layer of reality that obscures and filters cosmic truth. Clouds become metaphors for that veil.
Like looking through mist, you can't quite see clearly what's beyond. An atmospheric frequency filter?
Exactly. A plane of transition, a threshold between our everyday physical reality and potentially higher vibrational realms. Veils between worlds.
And space. Not just empty void.
Definitely not empty.
Yeah.
The theory calls space a cosmic graveyard.
Whoa! Okay, explain that.
It suggests space isn't empty, but filled with the echoes, the imprints of past realities, layers of past existences, memories, and time echoes.
So like cosmic ghosts, residual energy.
You could think of it that way. The source uses this amazing metaphor, space as the library of souls, a vast multidimensional archive.
A library or a map.
Both. A multidimensional map and archive for consciousness to navigate. It holds the records, the patterns of what has been.
And this ties back to the firmament idea.
It does. The firmament is defined not as a physical dome, but as a dimensional membrane, a vibrational barrier separating these layers of reality.
Ah, so it's not about physical distance, it's about frequency difference.
Precisely. Which could explain why simply building a faster rocket might not get us beyond certain perceived limits. You'd need to shift frequency, not just cover distance.
It's a frequency barrier, not a space barrier, like trying to tune into a radio station your radio isn't built for.
Exactly. The signal's out there, but you can't pick it up without the right antenna or the right tuning.
This really messes with our standard idea of time just marching forward.
Completely.
The even paradox says time isn't a line, not an arrow, not even just a flat circle, it's a spiral.
Fractal loops, nested within loops, where past, present, and future fold into one another. Imagine a slinky, maybe, but infinitely complex, constantly moving.
So not just forward, but folding back, connecting across.
This nonlinear spiraling model offers a potential explanation for things we all experience sometimes. Déjà vu, that feeling of, I've done this before. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that feel too perfect to be random. Even concepts like karma and destiny.
How do they fit in?
They're seen as woven into this spiral structure, Not just random events, but manifestations of time's interconnected, looping nature. Echoes across the spiral.
So take a second. If you listening could just, feel into that. Can you sense that spiral, that interconnectedness in your own life? Those moments that feel fated or that uncanny deja vu, maybe that's a spiral making itself felt. A glimpse of how your marriage now connects to other points on your journey.
And consciousness itself plays a key role here. It's not seen as a passive observer.
It's active.
Consciousness itself vibrates at specific frequencies, and it actively interacts with the spiral flow of time and space, meaning our awareness, our focus, our state of being. It can rise or fall. It can tune into different vibrational layers, the ones analogous to heaven or hell.
And that directly impacts our reality.
It directly influences our lived experience, what we perceive, what we attract, how we feel.
Which brings us back to karma and destiny. If consciousness interacts, then our choices matter vibrationally.
Exactly. Karma, in this view, isn't punishment or reward. It's the imprint of our vibrational choices on the cosmic spiral. Every thought, feeling, action leaves a trace, an energetic signature.
It affects your frequency.
It affects your frequency, your position, your resonance within that spiral.
And destiny, not predetermined.
Not a fixed script. It emerges as a resonance pattern. It's about how your unique frequency aligns or harmonizes with the larger multiversal flow.
Like finding the right groove in the music.
That's a good analogy. It's the natural path that opens up when your vibration resonates strongly with certain potentials within the spiral, guiding you.
So, bringing this all together, what does this mean for you, the listener? What's the takeaway about our own nature from this Avum paradox perspective?
Well, fundamentally, it suggests we are far more complex and interconnected than we usually think. We are spirals of time, fragments of frequency.
Not just bodies, but dynamic patterns of energy.
Moving through these layered realities simultaneously, even if we're only consciously aware of one layer most of the time.
And our perception, what we see, feel, experience, isn't the whole picture.
It's filtered through vibrational veils, like the symbolic firmament, those clouds, our own assumptions. The universe isn't just out there, it's alive, conscious, and layered.
Heaven, hell. Real vibrational dimensions, not just metaphors.
Existing alongside us, potentially accessible.
Which leads to the really empowering part, doesn't it?
I think so. The implication is profound. We might be able to consciously access higher or lower realms by tuning our frequency through our consciousness, our intention, our focus, maybe through spiritual practices.
So it offers a practical path, not just theory, but something you can work with for self-transformation, for exploring reality.
That's the promise. Your inner world, your vibrational state isn't separate from your outer experience. It actively shapes it.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the core ideas. Reality as vibration.
Mass as frequency, light as the standard.
Time as a spiral, not a line.
Layered realities, vibrational dimensions.
And our own nature as frequency fragments within this cosmic dance.
With consciousness as the key to navigating it.
So here's the final thought to leave you with. If your feeling of stillness right now is actually part of this grand, incredibly fast cosmic dance, and if your very essence, your being, is a unique vibrational note in this immense universe, what new harmonies, what new frequencies could you consciously choose to play?
How does knowing this, or even just considering it, shift how you see your day, your choices, your place in this vast, swirling, spiraling cosmos?